Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to show you guys something that I found really interesting from switching from Nvidia over to AMD. So what we're doing is we're checking out this game right here. It's called WRC10. I'm gonna just be playing this on a regular controller right now, using the Xbox controller to play this. Not really trying to do like a sim racing video or anything with this. Just kind of want to show you something that I noticed from going over to AMD. Now, normally when I would play these games on the Nvidia graphics card, the overall visuals like inside the game would just be extremely sharp, and so it would look like really not necessarily gamey, but just it like for some reason with these kiloton games and some other types of games, these KT racing games, some of these other games would look like really sharp, and I would only get that sharpness if I was playing that same game like on the PS5 or the Xbox and I had the sharpness all the way off, all the way up. Well, I'd turn it down. I could never find a setting in the actual Nvidia card or whatever to change that. So what I actually did, now if you look at this, we are playing it in the rain right now, but dude, this just looks so much nicer. Got like a little bit of a softer look to it. Really brings out the overall visual quality of the way this game looks, and it just looks absolutely incredible. I'll turn some headlights on so you guys can see a little bit. But wow, man, the visual representation on these types of games. I first noticed it because one of the first games I played on this card was TT Isle of Man 3, and that one there was probably one of the ones that I was playing pretty regularly on the 3080, and it always just had this weird look, and I bought it on Xbox too. So when I was playing it on Xbox, it has that really nice look. So I'm like, oh man, I'll just play this one on Xbox. Don't really care to play it on the PC. And I mean, even though these games didn't look that, I mean, they look good. They look sharp, crisp on the Nvidia graphics card, like whatever. But they look too sharp, too crisp, and it kind of just takes out the realistic look of these games. Now, I was never able to find that, but on the Nvidia cards to see if I could change it. And yes, I did turn up and down the sharpening, in the settings and stuff or whatever. But like in the game, it has like a sharpness setting, stuff like that. But it never just seemed to work. Like they'd always still have that over sharpened look to them. And I've heard other people in the comments section, talking about this as well. And just one of those things where it's made me happier to look at the game and play the game on the AMD card as opposed to the Nvidia cards. And that's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, I mean like it when you're in the here and now and you're playing it on the Nvidia graphics card, it doesn't it doesn't matter, but being able to switch over to another graphics card and look at that same game and have a different overall visual representation of what you're looking at, it just it just adds to like the, oh yeah, this is a good experience. You know what I mean? Like it intensifies like the good feelings that you get from the new product, which is, I mean, there's many things that are good about Nvidia, and obviously there's good stuff on the AMD stuff too that you might find a little bit more appealing. Now, I do like that. The racing sim games on the PC are probably my highest priority when it comes to this to the gaming rig. Uh, just because I like that. I like the scalability that I can get out of these types of games playing them on the PC versus the console. You're just it's just like a one size fits all on the console, which isn't bad as long as you're getting over 60 frames a second and the experience is good. It's good, but when you're on the PC and you've got just more options so you can scale the experience to where it feels better for you, that's always a good thing. As you can tell, I've driven this track like multiple times, but I like it. I love the way this looks on this AMD card, man. It's a good thing. Dirt Rally's the same way. Dirt Rally 2.0 has that over sharpened look on the Nvidia card. um, and it looks absolutely incredible on here. As does Assetto Corsa Competizione. The visuals, look a little bit fuller, a little bit better, which is a good thing. I do like that. Any of so what I've noticed is games that look like it's hard to say. There's games on PC that just kind of look like they're PC games or whatever. Like they don't have that, they have that like sharp look or whatever to them, and they just don't necessarily have that triple A look to them. They have more of that like um it's almost like they look like, like PS2, or oh no, we smashed our broken car, but we'll get back right in there. Just looking at the vegetation and stuff on here, it to me it just looks better to my eye. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. Oh, this is just great. Like I am gonna finish this lap and just kind of talk about this or whatever, just so you guys can not lap but run. I hate starting them and then not finishing them. You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna start it, you might as well finish it. And this is like one of those games that um it doesn't look bad, but it's not that it's a bad looking game. It's just that one of those ones that like something like that, like being over sharpened can kind of just throw off the overall visual experience for you, and make it look a lot more gamey when you'd rather have something that looks a lot nicer. And Kiloton games kind of have that gamey look to them, but with this AMD graphics card, it looks better. Like it does significantly look better than what it looked like on that Nvidia graphics card. And I wish that I would have I wish that I would have known more about this kind of stuff when I after buying this card, when I had that Nvidia card, because I would really have liked to given that thing, more of a fair shot, because I don't want this channel. I don't want people to come to this channel and be like, "Oh man, this dude's just an AMD fanboy," because settings out of the box are, just a lot better in my opinion overall, and the settings are easier to find, so it does kind of make it a better experience. I'm not saying that Nvidia is bad. Like all the Nvidia guys are probably going to be like, you're talking about. But if I can get this card and within a month already start finding stuff to enhance my experience, that's a good thing, guys. That is absolutely a freaking good thing. If you're sitting there like trying to figure out an Nvidia graphics card like it's freaking rocket science or something like that, it does kind of get annoying, man. Like the Nvidia systems are just kind of outdated and hard to find stuff, whereas AMD is just kind of like, yeah, man, we need to make this stuff for people that don't know what they're doing and stuff like that, so they can have a good time. And that works. That works. Honestly, to tell you the truth, man, being able to get in here, and I hope that Nvidia would watch this video or other videos and really and really take that into consideration, that like, hey man, like user experience, UI and stuff like that is very important, especially when you've got a lot of people that are considering going from consoles over to PC to get a better experience, because they just have the ability, or they want that ability or something. You want to make it as easy a transition as possible, so that people can jump right in and start learning this stuff and not have as many barriers to entry as you would as just come up, man. Like there's so many barriers to entry already when it comes to PC, like your cost of your first rig, getting all your stuff set up, finding out what to download, just so many different like barriers, not barriers, but things that you've already got to learn, having to learn how to tweak settings and stuff. And a lot of YouTube channels are very popular because of being able to teach people that kind of stuff. But me, I'm one of those like pioneer cowboy type people, man. Like I'm just like, man, I'm gonna figure this out by myself, and blah blah blah, and play around with stuff, because that's how I learn how to do things. I'm a visual learner. I have to like be doing things. I can't, like, you could tell me all day long how to do something, but unless I'm doing it or physically doing it, it's so hard for me to figure stuff out, man. Like that's just how I am. It's just how I am. I have to like physically do something to learn how to do it, and I have to see results immediately to be able to figure it out. But this has been an awesome adventure, going from Nvidia over to AMD and being able to like learn some of this amazing stuff. Let me pull up my camera so we can get a little bit bigger shot so you guys can see me. But that's like one of the things that I noticed immediately. And I've had people in the comment section talking about this. So I'm like, wait a minute, man, like that does make sense because I'm actively seeing that. And maybe it's something that there is a setting in the Nvidia graphics cards. Like I'm not going to say it's not possible because I don't know. I actively don't know. I couldn't find it. I always just assumed that like, oh man, this is just the graphics of this game. And but then I would be scratching my head. I'm like, why does it look different on the Xbox than it looks on the freaking PC? Why does it look better on the Xbox than it does on my beefed up rig? And it's not that it looked better. It does. It looks better. I like the better look on the PC and like playing it on the Nvidia graphics card. I was like, all right, man. Okay, I guess that's just what real native 4K on this game looks like. It's 4K. It's freaking really sharp, really crispy. The graphics are just like so and so. But then when I put it on the AMD build and I max everything out and I turn the graphics all the way up and it just looks like as good as the Xbox, but like better because of the extra resolution, like the higher frame rate, all of that. It's like, whoa, this is incredible. And so when you get an experience like that, like I was saying earlier, it automatically it puts in your head like, whoa, this is better. Like it gives you that gratification, that instant gratification of like, whoa, man, this is great. And I've noticed that on certain games, like not every game, but the ones that look, I don't know. I don't know how to explain like the computer look versus like the console look. Like you have your AAA games, but then you have your games that are like really good. Something like Hell Let Loose. I don't know if you ever played Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose. Those visuals to me look like computer game. Those look like computer game to me. You know what I mean? But then you got like Call of Duty, which looks like console, like a hardcore AAA banger or whatever. But both are similar, or Battlefield, like they're similar type of experience, but they look like they're like high quality, old looking graphics, like once you start seeing like the AAA games kind of just, they look incredible, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's like give and take, you're still going to get like games that are going to have like that old looking geometry and they're not going to have that really high budget. You're going to get like a lot more flat, straight surfaces in games and stuff and like sharper geometric points and stuff like that. Whereas like your AAA games, you might get like a better looking, like rock face or mountainside looking. It's just weird. I mean, it's stupid. It's like splitting freaking hairs, dude. I mean, seriously, it's like splitting hairs. But when those graphics look better on an AMD graphics card than they did on the Nvidia card, because the Nvidia card just felt like it like over sharpened everything. And like I would play with the sharpening and stuff. I'd turn it down in game and because that's what you do on the Xbox. You just turn the sharpening all the way down and it would look good, or you turn the sharpening down on your TV and it would look good. So I don't know if there's something that's in like maybe the control panel, like maybe you have an Nvidia graphics card right now and you're having the same problem. See if you can find that. See if you can find that before being like, oh man, this dude says AMD's better, I'm going to go buy an AMD card. See if you can find that first. See if you can solve that problem by at least knowing that it is a problem and there might be a solution for it before going out and buying a new graphics card. Because AMD for me has been a lot easier to learn, a lot easier to get into, a lot easier to enjoy these experiences. So I really do like Nvidia or AMD. So I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, man. The 7900 XT card is awesome. Now I can't say that for every single card because I don't have every single card, but this has been a good freaking adventure, man. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.